Hello everyone, wishing you all the pleasant afternoon. I am Ram Prasad, will be host for today's webinar, and let me send my heartily greetings to all the attendees for today's webinar, prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. And thank you for all being here. I am precisely delighted to take an opportunity to introduce our chief guest of the day, Ms. Akshay Rao, ma'am. Ms. Akshay Rao is working as an HR profession in a private limited company with wide interest been into almost every major art. Now I would like to welcome our guest speaker, Ms. Akshay Rao, with a big round of applause.
Yes, thank you so much, Ram. Thank you for
Thank you.
taking the time to arrange this session, and thank you for Vandana for inviting me here. And hi, guys. So I am Akshaya. I'm from India. I can see many people are outside India, so I'm from India, especially to say I'm from the state of Tamil Nadu. Okay, so let's straightly dig into the point regarding prevention of sexual harassment in workplaces. It is a taboo topic we really don't discuss much in the normal day span. So still it's happening in India, not alone in India, but almost in each and every country, each and every person. Maybe it is a female or male. Everybody is having this problem in their workplaces. We can just simply say it's like workplace bullying, or else we can seriously say it as harassment. So either ways it's going on. So we are just being daily. We are just seeing everything daily. As I'm from India, let me start with the Hindu Dharma to say whatever the problem is happening, whatever the issue is happening outside, whatever the things are happening outside, if we are not raising our voice to the injustice, that is also a crime, right? So as a person, as a humans, we are not supposed to just sit and watch what's really happening. So if that is injustice, we need to raise our voice opposite to that injustice so that it will not happen to any of our loved ones, even personally for us as well. So that's a normal humanity. That's a normal thing. So this PoSH Act is encouraging all of the members who are all aspiring to go to their workplaces, who are all working, who are all going to work to raise their voice against the injustice. So PoSH Act, Prevention of Sexual Harassment in Workplaces. This act, as you know, it's just started and we are following it from the year of 2013, right? So every company, not even a company which is registered under Companies Act or any other legislations in any country. So every company or every institution is bound to follow this act in India. Not alone in India, but as well as many other foreign countries as well. It's totally for all. But this PoSH Act insists the companies, the institutions in India to follow and comply all these rules and regulations which is under here. So as we can as we are having many people outside India, let's keep this topic in a more generalistic. So as you know, I'm working as a HR professional. I've been exactly a year ago as an intern there. That was a multinational company. So this is a real life situation for me, which has happened to me personally. So I would like to see your expression. Is that right or wrong, or what was that really, right? So it was happened to me. It was around January 2018 or 2019 to say 2019. So I was working as an intern there. I was part of human resource management and as well as training and development of that HR. So I was just part of the training and management people. That's an international team to say. At that time, I can see almost many demographics in that team. That's a technical team. We are training them. So we are into an electronics and manufacturing industries kind of company was that. And it is having a dual headquarters. And to say that's a remote office, we really don't know where the companies existed. That's my very first time since I started my career. I'm very excited. So whenever we are starting anything, we will feel that, yes, I'm happy. So I'm getting something more. I'm going to have something. So I was so happy. I was just more interested into it. I'm just learning everything. I'm just getting into it. I'm going here. I'm going there. It's fully remote. But still, I'm so enthusiastic to get to know about more things. So I've completed a month there. Then the second month started. I got a message from a team member. Till this time, I was helping the technical manager to arrange the slots, to get the timings, as everybody is having their different time zones. We need to fix a time which is not hindrance. It's not hindering others. So we are just making a proper plan. I'm just executing it. So in the way that I can say that to all. So these are all the issues, and we can just have it in this time. This person is having this, and we should transfer the session. And these are all the lacunae we had. So I got a message from that candidate. We used to have these training sessions out of our platform in Skype. So it was happening then. I was just sharing my views and all. The message was I was not able to access my system and I'm not able to check it. So that's the issue. So that's a male there. I'm a female, as you know. So I got to know there was an issue. There is an issue that he is not able to check. We really don't know what was the issue. I took this thing to my senior manager and I explained this person is pinging me more than 4-5 times, because I was there in a what is that? I was just confused, because I'm also new to that company and I really don't know how that platform works and what are all the reasons and what are all the themes are. I mean, how I should manage this, and I'm getting worried because this person is pinging me many times. He was pinging me so many times in Slack. He was pinging me more times in Skype that he was not able to log. So I reported it. Still, I was finding all my ways, because I'm working under 3 teams at that time. I'm started pinging each and everyone I know that one person is there. He's asking me there is an issue. He's asking me to solve it and what should I do right. So each and everyone is saying something. I'll just let you know. It is taking more than 2 days. And the third day, I got to know that he was purposefully kept out of logging in. So there was an issue. So what is the issue is he started pinging, he started flirting with all other female interns who are all there. The first thing is, hi, how are you? And then you are so sweet and you are so awesome. Likewise. We started having this kind of conversation. Even he tried to talk with me in that sense. But what happened to me is, I really don't understand what's really going on. Okay, fine. Dear Mr. Please check your voice. It sounds unprofessional. And he used to start to speak in Urdu. I really don't know even Hindi. So he's saying that he's speaking in Urdu. So I said that, okay, please be professional. You can go ahead with English. And I really don't understand the language, whatever you're saying. And he said, oh, really? You are an Indian. Why you are not able to speak Hindi? I said, I'm from a different state where we really don't use Hindi for any purpose. See that, where are you from? Are you from Tamil Nadu or Kerala or Andhra? Where? I said it's Tamil Nadu. So he said that, wow, I know this person. I have seen this movie. A picture came into my chat. So that's a very bad revealing picture of one random actress which is acting. I just said, no, I don't know. I don't watch movies. And he sent me another photos. That's also so bad. That's really bad to say. I got that. I just blocked him and came out. Then I thought that as a HR professional, I should not just back out in this situation, but I should face it. So I unblocked him and said that, please mind your voice. This is the second time. I really don't like the way you are talking. And now you are sending me these kind of pictures and I don't like, brother. Finished. So at that time, he said, okay, fine. I will not do it. Please check my issue and let me know. Because it's already 3-4 days. I need to work on it. I need to start my work. So please help me. So when I was reporting this to my immediate hiring manager, say that, okay, just we can keep him as blocked. No need to get him in. Just inform him that this is the scenario that we made him to get out, and we have the screenshots of his harassment. So it's not just me. He has sent me more than 50 messages to 50 female candidates who are all involved there. It's a 12,000 members company. Almost, he has been more than 50-60 female employees. Wherever the team he is in, he started chatting like in this sense. I said that I called him. I just pinged that you are not supposed to do this, and this is the reason you are removed from the organization. Please don't disturb us. And then what happened is he started shouting. Just made me a call on Skype. She just started shouting, see, I will just sue your company, and you are that unprofessional way, that kind of. And then simply we said, you can just make a complaint, or you can just give a scenario that what happened really, and let me know why it happened to me actually. Why you have started sending me the pictures? It was just, I'm just in a friendly way. I'm just flirting. I'm just talking to you. Is that so serious? Is that hurting you? Sorry, I didn't mean it. So that was the scenario, and it happened to me, and I was the person. Really, to say, we have more than 1,000 companies in this world, which are all MNCs. They are working internationally. Most are billion-dollar company, and I have been part of that kind of company. The worry is they really don't have a mechanism to deal with this. That's the one sad point that we should take into note. So there are assistant professors here. There are people who are all pursuing human resources. There are people pursuing mechanics. So all of you are going to be in a company, you are going to be in an organization. You may or may not face this kind of an issue, So whenever you are working in a company, whenever you are working in an organization or any place, any workplace, you should check whether there is a mechanism to balance all these issues. It's not very serious note. It's not a real serious note. It may or may not happen to anyone. It's not just for females. We are, whenever a topic is coming like sexual abuse, it's harassment or eve teasing, we just started assuming it as a female issue. So it's not just a female issue, it's a male issue as well. Another candidate who was there in that company started messaging the person who started making the issue, the candidate A, which I'm saying. So some man is sending that kind of messages to that A. So B is sending a message to A. So it may happen to a boy or a girl, a lady or a man, anybody. So we can just safely say that we are not interacting much. We really don't know each other during COVID, and after COVID, we are not interacting more, and we really don't know. And where is the place for harassment, right? We really don't have the place for harassment. Is that real? Is that happening in that sense? Let me know in chat. Is that remote workplace is very safe than the physical office? What's your thought? Just put it in the comment box. Yes or no?
So if we are raising it, every issue, whatever we are having in this kind, we can raise a complaint in various places. So the one is, the first, whether we have a PoSH Act or not, that is police. We can safely reach out to the police, the authorities who are all there in our law and order. We can raise an issue that I'm affected with this. And second place is our company, because we are getting harassed, we are getting this kind of issue in our workplace. So it is important to that authorities or the human resources people or the company head who are all managing the rules and regulations inside a company. So it's so important to manage all the people safe. So we can raise a complaint in that way, or else we can just directly say that, please don't, I don't like it, don't do it. I prefer the first one, because almost 80% of harassment is ending in stage when we are opposing it very strongly. So I can see John, I can see Catherine, I can see Ram, I can see everyone. So if you are in that situation, just shout it out. I really don't like these kind of things, and I am not entertaining it. This is so unprofessional in you, right? So let's dig into the topic, PoSH Act 2013, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal. So this act got into legislation in India. So it's on 2013. We had many kind of things beforehand. So in this situation, unharmful jokes, flirting, I don't mean that way. I'm not like that person. I'm just playing for fun. These are all the reasons which I had personally, and almost 90% of people who are all getting accused are saying that I'm not harassing that person. So these are all these 4 points which a normal harasser is defined in that PoSH Act, that these are all not the reasons to say it as a justice, I'm doing a normal thing and defending them. These are all not the answers that they should defend them. So if it is unharmful jokes, if you are unlikely still, even if it is unharmful, if it is unlikely to you, that's, if it is flirting, still you don't like it, that's harassment. If you really don't like what they are saying, even if it is sexual or unsexual, if you don't really like it, if they really meant it or not, that's also an harassment. If that is for fun, really, if you don't like this, that's also an harassment. We can't just deny it's not an harassment, but that's an harassed. So, Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act of 2013 is having some background issue. I mean, a background event in it. So it's more than 20 years. It's more than 28 years from now. 1992. The people who are all outside India and the people who are all in India but still don't know this story, I'll just give a small gist on it. So there was a person called Banwari Devi in the state of Rajasthan, India. In that state, around 1990s, 92, there was an issue called child marriage. So whenever the people used to feel the girl or boy, whatever the child it is, that's as an idle or burden. They'll just marry it, they'll just keep it, fix a marriage, find a boy and send it out. So the event happened when Miss Banwari Devi was a volunteer to stop that child marriages. She's doing as a representative of government of Rajasthan, and there is a child, 1 year old. There is a 1 year old child which its marriage is happening on that day, and Banwari Devi went there and stopped its child. The boy is so big and the child is 1 year old. It happened around 1992, 30 years from. So there was an event, there was so many hurdles. Then finally the event stopped. As the people, the male members who are all there in that event got so shamed. They are ashamed of themselves and started taking revenge on Banwari Devi because she is the key person who stopped the marriage. So at that time, she was working as a person, a coolie, a normal daily wager. She's working in a small workplace. It's not even organized sector, it's an unorganized sector. It's a small plantation. So that's really an unorganized sector. So when she was working, her owner and the friends of theirs started coming and started abusing her through words, and then it went so harmfully. It's physical abuse, it's a gang rape by the owner of that farm, which is her boss, before her husband. That was so shocked. So everything happened before her husband, and she don't have nothing to. Finally, she raised a complaint in police. Even she's just a normal coolie. She's just normal daily wage. And the people who are on their other side, they are their owners. They are the landlord. They are the powerful people of that village. So she really don't have any mean to safeguard herself. Raised a complaint. People started abusing her in the village. That
as you are poking your nose, you started getting these type of issue. If you are not poking your nose, you will not get any kind of these problems. You will be safe. So that's happened to her. And then later on, what happened is it's a great struggle. Finally, an NGO called which a pseudonym called Vishaka. So they get into an issue. So they just raised a complaint against that authorities, and then it went more than 12 years. Finally, as a verdict of this issue, we got Vishaka guidelines to us. So Vishaka guidelines is, we can say Vishaka guidelines is a guideline to safeguard the women who are all working in a workplace. And if in case, if it is an unorganized sector or an organized sector, if they are having any issue, they can just raise voice without any fear. The guidelines, the purpose of guidelines was this. Then it's around 1993, 1994, and around 2003. Around 2003, we started getting procedures, we started getting drafts, we started getting amendments to make it as a legislation, a full-fledged legislation. What is the difference between guideline and a legislation? So if it is a guideline, we can just follow it. It's just a rule. Whether if you are following it or not, there will be no issue with it. If it is an act, you should comply to it. So if it is a guideline, no need to comply. If it is an act, you need to comply it. So then we started having the drafts around 2003, and it took 10 years to frame. There was a commission who framed all these policies. We finally got this PoSH Act 2013. So what is so special in this act? It just defines what is workplace. It defines who are all employees who can raise the complaint. Till this time, not alone in India, but also in any other country of this world, we really don't have definition on who are all the employees and who are all who can raise a complaint like workplace harassment and who are all eligible to do it. it happened, right? So this act specifies some regulations. This act specifies the places that every person who is an employee, every person who is an intern like me before, every person who is a visitor, even if my brother is visiting my office and he's getting harassed, he is also considered under this law, PoSH Act, right? And if there is any other person, if he is not an employer, still any client of my company, any other client. So I'm having a customer, let's take it, it's an advertising company, and any other customer is harassing any employee. That issue is also eligible to come under this act. So these are all the places, these are all the opportunities, these are all the people who can raise a voice against this issue under this act. And what is called workplace. My sector is an organized sector. I'm working in a company. And let's take who was that? Let's take Justin here. So he is working as he is a doctor. That is a company. So how it's happening? So if there is any harassment in his hospital, what is the issue? So we can see some assistant professors here. If it is the college, what we can do, that's not a company to have all these policies. What you will do really, these are also the places where we can raise a complaint. If an organization, even if it is a government company, or even if it is a non-governmental organization, or even if it is an hospital, or even if it is an educational institution, whatever it, we can raise a complaint on any of these issues. I mean, employer, co-employee, the client who is misbehaving with us, person who is a visitor. Let's take, I am visiting another office and I am abusing someone. That's also an issue over. So if that is also happening, if that is a scenario, we can raise a voice against this. Where we should reach really, whom I should say, whom I should really believe in this matter. If I'm saying, if the harasser is not my co-worker, he's an influential person in my company itself, I need this job for sure. What I will do really? Whom I should go? If I'm raising a complaint with police, my name will come for sure out. I mean, my name will be used outside, and what will be an issue? I really need this job for my people's well-being. At that time, you can directly reach. You can directly go to that company authorities. There, you will have an internal committee, right? So this PoSH Act is giving an obligation, giving an order, a guideline to all those companies, the institution, whatever in India, even in any other places. So this act is giving an order to have all these complaints, and there should be an internal policy committee. There should be a committee which is especially inquiring these kind of issue. We should have it. So please check, all of you people who are all working, especially in India, if your organization is having employees more than 10, the act says if your organization is having employees more than 10, they should have that internal committee which is inquiring this kind of issue. And then what to do? I work as a member. I work as an executive in a small company. Let's take it, I'm working in a startup. So we really don't have that much of employees. If I'm getting harassed, what I will do then? Still, you have chances. You can just go to the district authorities, the zonal level authorities. This is maintained under the government agencies itself for the harassment cases which is happening inside a firm or a company, inside an organization, inside an unorganized sector which is not having below 10 employees, which is not having more than 10 employees, and which is under 10. This matter is inquired by the district collector of that district. It's also happening in zonal level. We can just directly reach out to it. This act also giving an opportunity to safeguard our details. Under this act, whenever we are raising a complaint, we can complaint the people with the date, with the happenings, what exactly happened, everything. But it will be said as anonymous outside. The authorities will know. We will be inquired. We will be part of that team. We will be having the issue. I mean, we will be discussed with the issue. We will have all these things. Still, our name will not really go out. Now, what is the place of the HR person under this act? Because almost we can say it's a prevention of sexual harassment in workplace. So what is the main task for human resource personnel? A HR personnel was supposed to get the complaint. So whenever, if you are having a harassment issue, if you are having any harassment, you can just directly go and say your direct manager that I'm not comfortable. If you can't find your direct manager, if the problem is from your direct manager itself, you can just visit the HR professional. You can just make a complaint. You can raise a complaint directly, which will be kept safe, which was supposed to keep safe by the human resource officer. So you can just directly reach out to the chief HR officer. If your organization is not having a HR officer, you can, if it is a college, you can directly go and say your bursar or the principal or your correspondent, whoever it may be. If it is an hospital, you can just connect with your dean. If it is your any other workplace like a normal factory and all, you can just go and report your direct person. Under the PoSH Act of 2013, the companies, the institutions are supposed to have an internal policy committee which is inquiring all these issues, and these issues are kept so secret, and there should be equal number of representatives. If it is 5 people, we can have it 2 member inside our organization and 2 member outside our organization, and the sex ratio should be equal, because we can't just say sexual harassment is happening for female alone. It's happening for the male people as well. We really don't know what is the issue for whom, right? So if it is an organization, there should be a panel, there should be an equal representation as well, right? So till this time, we are all having this issue. This was unspoken till this time. It was considered as a taboo. So if you are not able to have that much of guts before, now you can gain all your guts to speak out. Now you have all your guts to raise your voice. Don't just wait and look what's happening. Maybe it can happen to you or your loved ones in future. So just speak up. So role of the HR member will be forming and managing the internal committee and proper inquiry, facing the proper inquiry, safeguarding the identity of a person, giving a proper training for the people who are our members. So every company was complied to have this awareness session about this act every year, every calendar year, and every company is supposed to generate a report. The company was supposed to generate a report every year, and it should be rolled out with all the employees from chaprasi, from a peon or some cleaner to MD. Everybody should be the member. So this act is giving. So let me get into this. Hi Kushi. So is discrimination based on colors of employees will also be considered under PoSH Act? Yes. If it is in a sexual way, we can raise it. There is chances of workplace bullying. If it is in the sexual form, if it is an uneasy form, we can raise a complaint under this act. If it is a non-sexual way, we can't just directly go under PoSH, but we can complain it to our authorities, and we can go to the police like the previous one, because in till this time, whenever we are generating whenever we are raising any issue, whenever we are raising any new problem or any other act, whenever we are building any other act, it's a normal structure. Till whenever we are having a serious issue on it, it's a normal happenings. We really don't have any act for that. We don't use any special acts till it is getting serious. If it is reaching the exceeding the limits, then we will have that special acts like this prevention of sexual harassment. The discrimination under color is little less in our country. So maybe that's the reason we really don't have these kind of policies. But if it is sexual nature, we can raise a complaint under this. If it is non-sexual, we can just book a complaint under criminal act. So we have an option in a criminal amendment act of 2013, and we can complain on IPC, under IPC. So we can just raise a complaint. So what further ideas do you suggest beyond the policy or legal framework to mitigate gender-based violations in workplace? Yes, we actually, for me, as a human resource person, we have some policies in our company. I'll just say it. We have been into a policy called non-disclosure policy. There was no need that you should disclose what your gender is. If it is a male or female, there is a very less issue. It's if it is getting more than that, LGBTQ, the issue is coming at that time. It is getting gender-based violation at that time. So for that, we can suggest our company we can raise a voice, we can suggest our company to frame a policy. If it is getting gender based, there will be an involvement of sexual harassment up to an extent. So we can go under this law. If it is asexual, if it is still asexual, that will come under workplace bullying. So there will be policies and complaints if it is a big company. If it is an unorganized sector, almost the only thing what we can do is, I can just say we can suggest policies, but we are not that much. We are not sure whether our issue will be taken into an account or not. Especially in unorganized sector, I'm working in a small office. Yeah, I mean, I'm working in a small factory. There is a cottage industry. Whether my voice is, I am getting harassed in a daily way. What will happen? We can just directly connect with the district authorities. We can raise a complaint under district authorities, which is not having this internal policy committee inside a company. But one thing is, speak up, guys. If we are not speaking up, almost 80%, 80 to 90% of harassment cases stops in their first or second time, when the person who is getting harassed is shouting, when a person against are more. So we can't just justify under this law and all. If you are speaking up, if you are showing that you are strong, we can just overcome. I mean, all these act, all these laws, this is just to give us power. It's just giving us more power. But the power is coming from us. We should give power to others. You should be so strong. In that way, others will not get bullied. I mean, if a dog is shouting at you, you should not throw a stone on it. You just go and complain it. What was that? If you are throwing a stone, you will get a message from Blue Cross that you are, I mean, you are just misbehaving with the dogs. You are just misbehaving with the animals. But that should not happen. You should be strong. If you are not running away, why the dog is going to come and bite you? That's it. Just show your strong, show your power. That's it. So that's my policy. I'm not being as a HR manager here, but as a normal human being. In my case, I just said that I don't like it. I will raise a complaint. So this thing stopped for me. All other people didn't raise a voice. So it started continuing. So just shout it. That's it, guys. If it is gender based, just make a group on yourself. Just shout that you are discriminatory in this sense. I will do it. So knowledge is power. You should give some quotings that you will be under bars. That's it. Everything will be solved. If it is going more than your limit, then we should involve the highest authorities of our institution and even under government. So not even in India, but also in any other country, even it is Philippines or Russia or whatever. And it's a question from John. How can you handle a situation if superior itself, one is harassing its employee? Yes, there are bureaucracies inside a company, right? If the owner of the company, it's a sole proprietorship, only one person is the sole authority, and that person itself harassing their employees, that's the highest possible case, right? At that time, there will be an internal policy committee under this act. At that time, there will be a zonal committees and district committees where you can raise a complaint. The only thing is, there are chances of what do we say? There are chances to threaten our owners, threaten the people who are all upside more than us. So that if you are not doing this favor, I will complain against you for the sexual harassment. You will be behind the bars. For that sense as well, both the cases, you guys who are getting harassed needs to have a record in the sense, time, date, what is the scenario. You should be strong enough to explain this scenario to others so that this your query will be heard. So if you are direct employee, if you are executive and your manager is harassing you, you can reach out to his manager. If that is his manager, you can reach out more than that place. If there is nothing, you can directly connect to your internal policies committee. If your company is not having that committee, you can directly reach out to that district committee, right? So if it is also not happening, just shout it. I'll just say that. Just say that I don't like it. If you are so scared about to be fired, we can get many other places. But if we are so scared, I mean, almost every people who are all getting harassed, every people who are all being an person who is getting abused or in a situation is scare. Scare is the only thing which is giving more power to opposite side. There are some symptoms to find whether have we are getting harassed or not. We can just stop it without getting up to the extent, will I be fired or not? there are some symptoms. Just believe your guts. If your gut is saying, I don't like it, just say at that time. If your gut is saying, I don't really like that still, I should go, or else he'll just give me less marks in appraisal. I won't get money. I think we have some psychology students over here, or a normal person, whoever may be. So if it is not in front, if it is having 50-50 chances, even if it is 100% percentage of chances, still that is a chance only. That's still, that was considered as a chance, not, just a possibility. Till the time it's not happening, it no need to worry about that, no need to scare on it. I can't just be scared that tomorrow is inconsistent. I really don't know what will happen to me tomorrow. What will happen when I'm attending the Zoom interview? The roof will fall on me and I'll get dead. Still, we are planning it, no? So likewise, whatever the things happening, if you really don't like, if you are not fine with the others' behavior, just make a note on it. This time, I got this and I really don't like it. Send that warning in front of other people so that others will know this is something happening. Don't call him and secretly tell him that, see, I don't really like it, don't do it. But you can just say that, I really don't like, please just go away. Others will see. First one is creating shame. They will just go if there is some shame. Second one is, they are so, what do we say? They have more power so that they will not get shame. Really? I mean, not like that. Everybody will have shame. If you are saying that I really don't like it in front of others, if it is a superior, even, we can just stop it in the first place itself, first phase itself, first time itself. So, message from Cherish. How you can encourage an employer or employee, right, who's sexually harassed, however they can't speak up for themselves. Some people are having hard time to confront this situation. As a future HR practitioner, I would like to hear opinion on this approach. There are two scenarios, Cherish. So one is, we have already been harassed some other places in some other way, or in our previous life, and another one is, we are getting harassed at present. As a human resource aspirant, your job will be safeguarding and giving a safe workplace for the employees of your company, right? As a HR person, you can safeguard your employees' morale by creating safe places. And how you will create the safe place? First one is, if your company is not having a policy for the sexual harassment, just insist. As a HR person, if you are raising this issue, that will be heard, sure. So you can just insist your firm to have this, because it's just a matter of compliance. PoSH Act is for India, but there is an UN legislation where almost 199 countries ratified it, right? So ratified in the sense they have signed it. Some 20 to 30 countries have not ratified, but still they have signed it. So maybe I can take it from, I just think you're from west or more than that, east or west of this world. And maybe you're from, where are you from, Cherish? So I can think you are from some west countries. So you can just check what are all the rules and regulations are ratified in your country. If it is ratified, you can just say your company members, you can just say your seniors that we should comply on it, so that we will create a safe place. Because every company is tend to show themselves to others that we are running a good company, we are smooth, so that employee branding will improve. So this works in two ways. This will be improving the company's branding as well, that they are having a safe places. If they are compliant to it, they will have their good business. It's a good win. If they really have it, if it is not really so serious, you can insist them to have it. Every year, an HR people or a member who is inside the internal policies committee are supposed to conduct the training in the sense, growing session. We can say it is a brushing up session every year, every calendar year, not more than 12 months, right? You can just start your training to all the employees, from the person who is working outside as a wager and who is working full time. So whenever your company or your firm or anything is happening, any discussion, it's having any other discussion, any official meeting, you can add this in the agenda as a HR person, that we should give this awareness. If you are facing this issue, just connect to us. we will keep you safe. I mean, almost each and everything in this world is running on the hope, actually. Just create a hope, that's enough. Just create a hope that you will be safe in this company to the employees. Even if you are harassed by only one person, there are more person than that one. We have 99 people to stand with you and raise a voice against that one person. Just make your employees to believe, even if you are sexually harassed, that's not really a big deal. We are there for you to punish that one person. So if you are having that culture in that company, when if there is nothing, even if there is a lacune, even as a HR person, we can create that thing. So that will be easier for you to keep that employee who is already harassed. They can just gain some encouragement. They can just pick it up. Almost 4 in 1 person is getting harassed. To say it's not just 4 in 1, we can just say 3 in 1. I mean, 4 out of 3 are getting harassed and 1 person will be harasser. So it's just a normal happening. Till whenever we are keeping mum, it will be continued. So just make sure your employees are not mum. Just give their encouragement. Just give the encouragement to them to talk. As a HR personnel, be open for this discussion. That's almost enough. What to do if the victim seek help to the police for minor sexual harassment and the superior don't believe due to lack. So yes, there are chances. Even the background behind this PoSH Act in India is having this kind of issue. They had this issue in Banwari Devi's issue itself. People, even if it is happening, they tend to act that it has not happened. They tend to act in the way that it was not so serious, just go away, or else you will be facing some issue. There was chances. Even we say page by page, you should do this, do that, comply this, comply that, and all. If you are experiencing a minor harassment, that was not harassment. That's in. We can't just say it is harassment when it is a minor problem. Minor problem is said as bullying. For bullying, that is a separate mechanism. You can just say that don't bully me. Just write a complaint to your HR manager. The person is bullying me. Just report it directly at the time itself. If there is a limit, there is a line, there is a small thin line, which a bullying is transformed as a harassment when it is getting numerous times. So if someone is asking you for coffee, if someone is asking you to come to a movie theater, if a person is asking you to come out with them, have a chat with them, so that's still just unprofessional. There's a three things. One is unprofessional, one is bullying, and the third one, the extreme, is said as sexual harassment. So the minor one will come in the first two things. So based on the experience, you can do it. Police will really not believe if it is minor, unless and until if it is not getting serious. Really, it's just a human tendency to find the chances of escape, right? Even if you are suing them in court, they will ask you for the evidence. We can't just have evidence for all. We can't just take the camera everywhere where we are just having it. If it is, you can sense it. You can just sense the harassment is going to take place. It's just started in a minor form right now. If you are sensing it, you can just directly take a note of those evidence. Just have a note on it. There, the importance of HR people is coming in. So HR people are supposed to be open. Even if they are not, you will have their access. You will have. I'm feeling uncomfortable. Please talk to them first. If it is a workplace harassment, if it is outside, that will come as e-teasing. It's not alone in East countries, as well as in the almost each and every country is facing this problem. E-teasing. They will have separate legislation in India. We are having a criminal legislation act and IPC, Indian Penal Code here. I'm not sure. Are you from India or not? You may be. You are also. I can see many Philippines people over here. So you will have similar act in your country so that you can act accordingly. So sure, police will not believe due to lack of evidence. The main thing is you should have the evidence. You should show that was happened to others. For that, create a record. Just say, I don't like it. If it is a minor one, if it is still happening, third time it is going to happen, you should be prepared because your queries are going to be heard. Yes, thank you for your question. Because these are real life problems. We can't just control it under a legislation. There are many lacunae. There are many issues. We can't just really say that these are all the scenario. But still, we should be open for this discussion. We should be not hindering the chances of this kind of discussion. If it is a taboo in our place, I mean, almost every issue is coming under taboo topics. So for that, we should come out of that mindset, taboo, I won't do it, I don't discuss it. Oh, why? What is the reason you are currently talking about this topic? Really not. We should be open for topics, so where the enlightenment will come. According to me, maybe I'm wrong in many places. I can see many experienced people here. I can see many insightful people here. So maybe my words somewhere right or wrong at many places. So yes, thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for your presence, and thank